You know my story, so I've not worked for a couple of years, but before that it was exactly that. It was Maddie first, then work, then any time or energy you've got left over after that, you can do personal things. But then, you know, things happen and you don't always, tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Oh boy, this is a heavy one. Hope you guys are doing well. Merry Christmas. Getting towards the holidays and got a few things on my mind, so I just wanted to share this video for a good friend of mine. So this video is really about the Good Dudes Club, and this is a story about a good dude. This guy is my neighbor. He's like me in many ways. He was my first podcast guest. He delivered my wife's ring by drone at my wedding. He kept my home safe while I was away. I owe him, and this is a story for him and his daughter. So imagine a guy that seems to have it all. He's handsome, good looks, a beautiful daughter, witty sense of humor, and an ambitious outlook on life. He looks like he's in his 30s. His mind is sharp, full head of hair. He's out most weekends mountain biking, golfing, or out in the surf. Now imagine within 5 years that your life will be cut short. Not from risk-taking or an unhealthy lifestyle, but because your body decides that it's time to go. Now, imagine accepting that news with grace and courage. Imagine having the strength to enjoy your remaining days with pride. I've lived next door to this guy since we bought neighboring duplexes here on the Gold Coast of Australia. And at the time, we were both single fathers, raising daughters just in our newly purchased homes. Pretty excited about it. Newfound liberties. Pretty much the same age, same interests, and just having a same responsible outlook on life. So as neighbors, we looked out for each other. Our houses were actually broken into on the same night. It's just a way of life here in Queensland, unfortunately. But we beefed up our security and maintained like a neighborhood watch ongoing. So we watched the area get cleaned up over the years. It was a good move to be here, and we were happy with our choice of a family home. And as single fathers raising daughters in these homes, we would trade stories of ex-wives, random adventures, and just how to best move forward in everyone's best interest. There was no bitterness, right? Just humor and kind of a can you believe it attitude, just kind of an approach. It's me being a naturally competitive guy. I looked at my friend and neighbor with a curious eye. I'm thinking, this guy is doing more with his daughter than I am. He's got her in the best private school. He's supporting her in athletics and extracurricular activities. He maintains a clean diet and personal fitness. And women are always commenting on how handsome this dude is. This guy wins. Until one day, he knocks on my door. Hey mate, just wanted to let you know that I've got some personal news that's a bit difficult. Cancer. Motherfucking cancer. Bro, no. Like the balls on this guy to face up and drop the C-bomb with confidence and clarity. Legend right there. Like, but how though, you know? It doesn't matter. Focuses on the treatment and living life. That's just the way he was. All of this happened after the COVID insanity, just as life was getting back to normal. And this is just was a brutal reminder that life can be cut short just for any number of reasons, no matter how safe you play it. So over the next few years, I tried to be the good neighbor and friend, and he returned the favor as if nothing has changed. You know, random hellos, house sitting during the holidays, yard work, weekly rubbish collection. You know, everything was normal, except that bro was battling for his life. On the rare occasion, I had the courage to ask him like how things were going, and he always had progress updates. It was always a series of connected events that had yet to play out. So going to run some more tests, then some treatment, then another scan, then going to get, you know, my will put together. It's pretty harsh. Occasionally, he would share that his main concern was the future well-being of his daughter, his only daughter. This part makes me tear up. He cares for his daughter like nothing I've ever seen before. Like, most guys would hang on to their own needs and make little compromises for family here and there. Not this guy. Perhaps he knew that his daughter was flourishing in his care, you know, in his care at his home. Perhaps he realized without him, his daughter would be lacking the stability, which helps kids to grow up, to be strong and successful. And so life went on. Acceptance of a shortened lifespan became more normalized. He decided not to return to his high-paying executive job, really good job, really high respected. He golfed a lot more and a lot more. His life insurance paid him out due to his medical prognosis, and I had no idea this was even a thing, but obviously not a good sign. And just like any story, there's hope. I often wonder if the medical community peddles hope as a form of placebo effect. My guy had hope. Like 1 year ago, he had news that the cancer was in remission. Surgeries were successful. Tumors were irradiated and removed from liver and colon. Was really dire. There was no signs of any further cancer detected. Fucking yes, bro. Yes, fucking yes. And this time, I'd taken many overseas trips to Philippines for work, relaxation. I casually encouraged my neighbor to join me, thinking that he deserved some downtime for his recent health battles. And after one of my trips, I came back, engaged to my now super wife, Ella. My neighbor came to my wedding in fine form. He flew a drone to deliver wedding rings during my ceremony. Legend. We rode in Lamborghinis and Ferraris because he reminded me that if not now, then when? In the 5 years of knowing him, our lives had evolved quite a bit, but yet home life remained pretty much the same. Chilled out, contented life with beautiful homes, only 5 minutes from the beach and all conveniences nearby. So by all standards, we had both made it as single men. We were contented, put ourselves up with challenges, but came out the other side. So with the recent good medical news, my neighbor took a trip back home to England and spent some nice luxury time in Dubai, UAE, with his daughter and her mother for some family bonding time. A great trip, he says, but a little tiring, from Australia, a long way. So not long after he returned to Australia, there were some routine follow-up scans. Fuck, the cancer is back, now with complications. Now that wasn't that long ago, less than a year. So, health battles are often a private affair, and I get that. But remember, my neighbor, this guy, he's an alpha. He's a smart, savvy individual that can look at situations objectively, weigh up the options, and take the most logical next steps. And we spoke a bit about how to share his journey. It's my first time being so close to something like this. He was interested to start a vlog, share some things that made his treatment journey easier. Again, he's seeking things that are maybe quite proactive. Maybe that's where I can help, or maybe that time has passed. And the main priority is ensuring a legacy and a solid future for his daughter. So I don't know what his latest updates are. His family visits him a lot. We don't see him walking his dog anymore. He sent me a nice text after the birth of my new baby girl, along with a little toy delivered to our door. I tried to thank him. in person. His family said he was not doing very well, but I could see him in the background just giving me a thumbs up, but not able to speak any words. So one day I'm going to lose a friend, a good friend. His name is Andrew McGowan. He belongs in the Good Dudes Club. In fact, I would like to create something in his name, a foundation in his honor, and just call it the Good Dudes Club. Right now, I am a father of a 13-year-old. I just had another daughter born last week. My message to Andrew is that I will always provide a safe place for your daughter throughout her life. I will remind her how you were and how you saw things. Andrew, I know that you've done all you can do. I hope you have the feeling that everything will be okay. However things play out. I'll say it again because I think we all need to hear it. If others are in a situation like this, it will be okay. We will all be okay. If you're a good person, others will step in to help without any hesitation. And I'm seeing that already. He's not a very public person. Part of the benefit package of being in the Good Dudes Club You know, I want to keep you as one of the founding members of this idea that people are just good and they treat people well. People will remember how you lived your life. You worked hard, you had laughs, and you devoted yourself to your family. So what's better than that? Most dudes, live their lives too distracted with their own needs, but you do hold a strong moral compass. Better than anyone I've ever met. You seem to be entirely selfless in your approach to life. If I think, what would Andrew do? That's something that's going to be forever logged into my psyche. You're still a young guy in your 40s. You look like you're in your 30s. I know social media wasn't important to you. I know that society's funny these days, but I'm sure you've built a strong network of good friends over the years. I just can't say it any other way, that you're just a good dude. I hope you get better. I know people can benefit from your story in life. These aren't parting words, this is a thank you. Guys need good role models. We hold you in high regard, buddy. I just hope this message reaches you and your family, for, today and for generations to come. So be well, my good man. From your neighbor.
No, you know my story, so I've not worked for a couple of years, but before that it was exactly that. It was Maddie first, then work, then any time or energy you've got left over after that you can do personal things, but that meant nothing.
Oh yeah.
So at that point I was thinking, well, I'll just get Maddie through school and then after that I'll figure out my life, but then things happen and you don't always, tomorrow's not guaranteed.
This is all right here. Did you ever try this out?
Yeah, that's good fun. Been on that assault course with Maddie and the big wedge. She loves the big wedge.
Father-daughter, right?
Yeah.
Is she competitive with you? Like she wants to always, or it's just like...
It's not about beating me, it's just about doing it with me.
That's cool, yeah. I mean, you had your Mercedes, right? That would have had a good little turbo on it, right?
It wasn't like
AMG
this,
though?
but it was.
I think you just
it was fast. It was 3.9 seconds, I think, from 0 to 100. So it certainly moved. But where do you use it? Where can you go from 0 to 100 legally and really put your foot down? What I used to like in the Merc, the only time I really used it because I didn't get my foot down too much, is when you're slowing down. Actually, you drop the gears early using the paddles and you get all the pops and bangs coming out of the exhaust. That's always nice.
All right. Yes. I think we're good.
I dropped it to first, did it? You can spin the wheels if you don't see it. You can park them on if you want.
I'll just kind of block you.
Yeah, no worries.
And then
I'm in for the night now.
Train myself on avoiding curbs.
Yeah, well, you're close.
Am I?
Yeah, it's a wide car. Appreciate that, thank you.
Very cool. Very good. Good to have a chat, and we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Let's put this off.